pretty, that sunrise or this chair? Hello, my name is Scott, and today I want to build some chairs. You can see I have this old chair over here and it's completely fallen apart, and this was from a kit, and I'm hoping to prove today that within an hour we're able to build some chairs out of this redwood I bought, which this cost about 200 bucks to get it all in redwood, versus a kit could be anywhere to 200 to 400 bucks, and you don't get any good wood and it falls apart pretty quick. So I want to get all this done within an hour, hopefully. Let's get started. I kind of want to do this whole process in 3 parts. Basically build like the seat, and then put on the legs, and then put on the back. So the first part we're going to do right now is starting to build the seat. So the frame, we're going to use 2x3s, but they only sell 2x4 redwood at the Home Depot I was at. So I'm going to rip down the 2x4s and make them some 2x3s. For the 2x3s, we have the legs are made out of 2x3s, and then we have the seat supports are made out of 2x3s. So let's go ahead and cut these, and these are going to be 23 inches from this end to this end here. Okay. Now for the front of the seat, I'm just chopping a 45-degree angle off about an inch down here. And these don't need to be perfect. I just made 2 that are similar because we have 2 different chairs, so they'll be the same to themselves. On the front legs of the chairs, these cuts need to be opposite of each other so the chair kind of sits flat but still has that tilt to it. And these are about 2 feet long, but as long as you make it all the same for yourself, just make the chairs equal to each other, it shouldn't really matter too much, plus or minus. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut 4 of these. Turns out the back legs are actually identical to the front legs. So you're just gonna make 8 of these 2 foot long, 15-degree cuts here. So you kind of have to get this laid out correctly once and figure out how you want it. Here I have about 12 inches between these. And this is all, both these pieces are just to help me kind of get it all figured out. And then this in the front is about 9 inches down, and in the back it's about 11. So you get the slope of the seat a little bit. So you're not sitting on a flat seat, which will not be very comfortable. So I think I have it how I want it. So I'm gonna go ahead and pre-drill out here and then screw it together. Okay, there we go. One side done. Now all I have to do is copy it for the other side so it'll be the same. Okay, now that we have 2 of these, we need to connect them so it stays like this before we start putting in the seat slats. So we're gonna cut 2 23-inch boards of like the 1x3, go across the front and across the back, locking it all together. So these are gonna go just below the little support there. And it's kind of hard to do this while it's standing up. I'm gonna have to be able to find a better way, but I'm just pre-drilling these again. I really overestimated my abilities, and this is gonna take a lot longer than an hour. This is probably like a 3-hour deal, and it's gonna be a little bit longer than that even now because I forgot to get wood for the back of the seats. I just counted like all the other pieces besides the actual backs. So I'm gonna go get some more of that same wood, and I'll be back in a second. Getting closer. So now we need to cut all of the seat slats, these guys. See how nicely that chair is made. They're gonna be a hair bigger than 20, but you can measure yours and see where you're at. So we're probably gonna need at least 5 per. So I'm gonna cut 10 and see where we're at with spacing and everything. Here is the plan. We're gonna be using the width of these 1x4s. I think I improperly earlier in this video called them 1x3s, but they're technically nominal 1x4s. And we're gonna use the 1x nominal width as our spacing here. And I kind of mocked it up on the other one and it looked like it's gonna work pretty well. So I think that spacing is a wee bit on the bigger side, but it's gonna fit right. And I don't care. Bigger the spacing, easier for the water to run off, but you could definitely adjust that if you want it to be tighter. You could have it all the way closed, but then the water issue. To attach the back moving forward here, we are gonna do a little 2x2 and it needs to be ripped. Basically like that at a little bit of an angle. Can you see that? There we go. At a little bit of an angle. So I'm gonna try to figure that out and then I'll tell you what angle it was. I'm gonna try 15 degrees. Here's the original one and 15 degrees looks about right. I think I'll probably just screw them down through the top here. But before I do that, I am gonna try to figure out the backrest. So this one's still in pretty good shape. So I'm gonna kind of cheat and use this as a template. I know most of you guys who are trying to do this probably don't have a template like this, but you can see it's about 29 inches long to the middle one, 28. I mean, it's kind of something you can eyeball too. 2 feet. So, but I am just gonna directly copy this so I can finish these today. One thing I can guide you guys on is I'm making all these cuts at 35 degrees, so if that helps. Okay, so once you get it all laid out, the kind of the spacing you want, kind of tighter at the bottom, bigger at the top, we need to put a bar across here. So I'm gonna make that like 19 inches and then we'll do this other bar next. This bar, I'm gonna rip it 15 degrees on the table saw just like we did down here. I think it should be the same. And it's gonna be like 24 and a half plus or minus. Before we attach the backs, I'm gonna attach all of these. And the way we're gonna do that, instead of screwing to the top and potentially having it split and not look good, we're gonna add like a little bit of blocking, or I guess you could say like a nailer. It's a little ledge using what we cut off here earlier. And then we're gonna screw up into the bottom of these.
Roxy, get it!
This is such a good. Oh my god! This is such a good angle, Scott.
Thank you.
Yeah.
How do I look?
Real good. Hi guys, welcome to Scott's YouTube channel. Today we're gonna watch Scott build a chair. I think. I'm not sure what it is, but it's gonna be really good. So stay tuned for more.
Okay, I took a little swimming hiatus, but we're back at it. I'm gonna put these backs on at least today. I don't know how I thought this was only gonna take me an hour. That is kind of delusional, but that's all right. Now I'm just gonna get this all centered. For the armrests, I'm using the original one again, kind of as a guide, just to see what we should do. There we go. Got these on. These things are almost done now, but it is getting too late for me to continue. I mean, they look awesome and the wood's super high quality. I only like cracked one of these and I ended up replacing it. So it's perfect. So tomorrow I will get this all done. And then we'll also make a little table too, since I'll have to go back to the store anyways. Welcome back to another day. All we have left to do basically is attach this little back support here, attach the arms, and then sand these down, and then we'll build a little table to go in between, and we'll be all done. All right, got the arms on these things secured. I went from the back side, which was pretty difficult. And if you don't care about seeing screws at the top of it, that would probably be easier and you're less likely to split if you probably pre-drill directly down through the arm. But if you don't want to see any screws, then you got to struggle and go kind of from the corner there. Last thing on these chairs is I'm just going to put on this little piece and we're done. For these, I don't see a better way to do this besides gluing it, which sucks because it's gonna take a long time to dry, but these chairs will be around for 10 years, so I'd rather them not have little screws in it after I did all this work, so we're just gonna have to glue. All right, it's table time. We're gonna do 18.5 for the length here, 16 inches across, and then some legs that are 11 at a 15-degree angle. Okay, they're done. They still need to be stained and painted, or painted, I don't know yet. And they need to be sanded, but that's all I'm gonna do in this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I kind of messed up the table a little bit at the end and made it too short, but you can use your creative freedom with that. They both work good, and I think they look really pretty. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.